it's a fairly tight and epic finish, but to come out on top, I think for all the efforts that the boys have put in all the way through the season, they just about deserve it.
It was one hell of a finish, wasn't it? Because at one point you looked like you were cruising, then suddenly a couple of wickets, and it was down to the tail enders to get you through.
Yeah, and I think when you've got runs on the board, it's that can always happen, and you get flurry wickets and pressure, and the boys up in the balcony were as nervous as I was, I think, and it just started to show towards the end. But great credit to them, the last pair, to hang on in there for the winning runs.
Obviously, the work started yesterday, and let's go through how the day went, because obviously, you know, for them to actually end up with 251, maybe more than you would have hoped for.
Yeah, certainly. When we got through the first 4 or 5 batters for 100, then you're looking at bowling them out for 180, and it just got away from us a little bit. And credit to their lower order, they batted very well, they batted very sensibly. We didn't do too many things wrong, but I think come the end of the day yesterday, both sides probably would have been fairly happy. We'd have taken 250 at the start of the day, and they'd have certainly taken 250 at 140 for 7, I think it was.
And a couple of your bowlers did well, 3 wickets for Pratt and 3 wickets for Depeche Paul.
Yeah, Doug's bowled very well. The seamers have bowled very well all summer, and Doug's works very hard, gets the ball in the right areas, has picked up wickets all the way through the summer. And Dips is a little off spinner. He's got better with every game. Picked up 3 yesterday, and he's grown as the season's gone on.
And then looking at today, terrible start, 23 for 3. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, that wasn't quite the plan. You know, we had overnight to think about it, this morning to prepare for it, and looking at it, James Kettleborough and Adam Rossington, 2 guys that you look to get big scores. And you think if we can get to lunch, maybe 1 or 2 down and sort of build from there. But to be 3 down in the first 40 minutes was not quite what we wanted. But I think the innings of the game was played by Nick Gubbins, who's still a year young at this age group. Not just the skill, but also the composure was fantastic. It would be nice if we could have finished it off, but I guess that added a little bit to the excitement at the finish.
Yeah, I feel absolutely delighted, because at one stage we weren't looking too good, but everyone chipped in and we ended up just winning by 1 wicket.
What were you feeling as you went into about a 23 for 3?
Well, I knew it was a flat deck, so I thought, just hang in and maybe the runs will come later. And I've got plenty of partners to work with, so just hang in there and just wait, really.
So was it a case of just trying to sort of get yourself in and basically let everyone else bat around you?
Yeah. I thought if I could bat the innings, then we'd have a good chance of winning. So that's what I tried to do, really, and paid off.
And having sort of got to 50, were you thinking, well, if I can sort of keep going, maybe get to 100, then there's every chance Middlesex will win?
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about the 100, to be honest. I was thinking just keep batting with my partners. I had a lot of good partnerships with Dipper and Paul, who put on 80. So yeah, it was very pleasing.
He actually goes to the same school as Andrew Strauss came through, and when you look at the way he goes about things, nothing seems to faze him. You can already start to see there's a little bit of Andrew Strauss in the way Nick plays. He's great to watch. He times the ball, but he showed a lot of application, a lot of patience, and that was as good an innings I think you'll see at this level.
While he was batting, obviously, you guys were looking favourites, then suddenly a few wickets, 234, so 16 to win. Yeah. Your 2 tail-enders are in, but, fantastic character from the 2 of them, especially Porter having been hit on the helmet.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Jamie's shown great determination to come through that, and Rashid, the number 11, has actually been away for 6 weeks, so hardly played any cricket. Comes back yesterday. Gets injured in the field, so he had to end up with a runner, and to see it through there was fantastic. And I think, given that all the other lads have made big contributions all the way through the summer, for Rashid to come in at the last moment and do that was very pleasing.
County champions, what does it mean to you and the rest of the guys?
Yeah, well, we worked very hard this season, all the 2-day stuff. So yeah, it means a lot, to be honest. A lot of cheering in the changing room, so yeah, it means a lot.
I mean, when I said to the guys last night, if we bat the 100 overs, we'll win the game, I thought, we're not going to need that many overs. And as it turned out there towards the end, just could see what the boys were doing, just waiting for a really bad ball. And credit to Notts, it didn't come along. I thought they were excellent in the field all the way through. There were so many times when you thought the ball gone for 4 and got nothing. And I think that's what built the pressure. And the 2 lads that took the second new ball bowled really well, hostile, good pace, to be able to do that after 5.5 hours in the field is a credit to them.
Seems as if you've got a really good batch of players, so the future looks good for Middlesex.
Yeah, well, we won this competition 2 years ago, and to do it again today is very good. Of the side that played a couple of years ago, guys are already starting to make it through the system into the professional ranks, and I see no reason why 3 or 4 of the guys in this side will not follow suit. Yeah, I mean, I run the academy as well as run this side, and my remit's very much to produce players to go into the second team, into the first team, and I think over the last few years Middlesex has done very well in producing players for the England side as well, and you need to set your sights high, and hopefully some of these lads may be pushing for that in a few years' time.